Most agency owners think that growth has become incredibly complicated. They have to run more ads, they have to do more outreach, they need more content, they are going to need more budget. But agencies growing fast today are using a strategy so simple it can almost feel like they're cheating. They are not spending more, they're just finally using what they already have, their existing happy clients and partners. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a referral program that turns your best clients into your best promoters for free. So why do most agencies actually not have a referral program or system? They just believe that referrals are always just going to happen naturally, so they have no structure, no system, no consistency. And so it's actually leaving one of the most cost-effective growth strategy on the table, because the reality is that when you have people brought in from trusted recommendations, they are so much better of a lead than you could have done from any type of marketing. And so why is this actually true? Is that warm leads actually convert at a much higher rate. They actually have a higher threshold of cost associated. They're a lot less price sensitive. Clients actually come in with you already with a built-in amount of trust before the first call even happens. So that actually makes projects a lot easier to deliver on. And these referred clients often stay longer and they end up spending more with you. And so they're already primed to say yes. And so it creates this really meaningful, quick oriented structure. So the amount of the sales cycle is a lot shorter. They're just primed to work with you in a more ongoing, reoccurring basis. So let's talk about what the actual steps look like. The first step is actually define what existing referral sources you have today. It's a little bit time intensive, not overly so, half a day, maybe less, of just going through all the opportunities that you've had in your door over the last 12 months. If you have more time, go ahead and do 24 of where did everybody that came through your door come from? Did this come from an outreach? Did this come from a referral? This come from a partner network? Who was it that actually came through the door? Not whether you sold, not just the clients that you sold, but every single opportunity, every proposal, every sales conversation that you ultimately had. Who did they come from? Make a list of when that happened and who they were introduced by, making sure that you have an incredible list of what your actual network looks like. At the end of it, you actually have an understanding of where you're starting from for this system. Then the next step is to build your system. And little suggestion here is that there's a book called Referrals Without Asking by Stacey Brown Randall. I would check it out. Incredibly informative book that will go through how to build some of these oriented pieces of your system as well. So the thing that's really important here is that you need to be staying in touch with folks. The reality is for you and me, as time progresses, we end up meeting more people, you end up getting a little bit further away, and you just forget about people. And so you need to stay in touch with people. You need to meet them for lunch. You need to maybe send little gifts, on their birthday. It can be a quick, happy birthday oriented video to them. It could be something that is completely random. Hey, just thought about you today because of X, Y, and Z reason. It could be a handwritten card that you send out when you actually get connected with someone. And one of the things that I have found incredibly useful and just really nice is actually celebrating wins of where things ultimately are. The thing that's really important that I want you to recognize here is that a referral actually isn't about you. I'm going to say that again. It actually is not about you. The reality of why you actually get a referral is that someone, a friend, is talking to a colleague, is talking to someone that they are having a relationship with, and they have a problem. That person that they're talking to has a problem that they need to solve. So the person that is actually sending you the referral very commonly is just actually doing it out of a nicety for the person that they care about. And so you are being entrusted with a relationship they already have. And so it's incredibly important to recognize that it actually isn't about you. You just happen to solve the problem that this person ultimately has. And so one thing that I find really useful is actually celebrating the wins that are actually going on, keeping this person up to date around how things are actually progressing, because they're trusting their own reputation and their relationship with you. So acknowledge that, understand that, and take that with the respect that it deserves. But one thing that I have really enjoyed is, as an example, a branding agency client of mine, when they launch a new brand, they actually print the logo, the graphic work of what it is that they're producing, and send it to both the client as a celebration, as well as the person that they were referred by. It allows for both of them to actually celebrate this milestone in the relationship and actually being able to actually keep these relationships actually moving. And it creates for this additional dopamine hit, because the reality is that when someone makes this referral, they're helping a friend, and it makes them feel good for having done so. And so when you actually elevate that dopamine hit for them, you're actually just repeating it and actually making them want to do it more. The next step is actually growing your network. So depending on where you were in step one of how many people do you have, if you have even 5, it's actually a reasonable referral network to start, but do continue to grow that network. One of the easiest ways that I find to do this is there may be YouTube channels, podcasts, publications where people are actually targeting your same ICP. You should be reaching out to those people. They might be accountants, it could be lawyers, could be consultants, could be all sorts of people that work and provide services to your client. The ideal person would be someone that works with them immediately before they are going to need to work with you, but build relationships with those people. You can send them a quick message of, hey, John, Vanessa, whomever, I was taking a look at some people in the space. You look like you have an incredible reputation. I promise that there's no sales pitch coming. We both work with X, Y, and Z type of client. We don't compete in any way. I thought it would be useful for us to get to know each other. There may be some opportunity for us to collaborate. Have that conversation, get to know that person a little bit, grow your network. Incredibly vital. The reality is that as you continue to do this, there's a meaningful compounding effect. As you impress new clients, they have become your advocate, your brand advocate. They continue to end up on that growing referral list, the list of people that are referring to you, and you are continuing to stay in touch with them, continuing to stay top of mind. You're continuing to allow for them to feel that immense amount of dopamine hit, that positive feeling for actually solving someone else's problem, and you continue to make that happen over and over again. The reality is that as you start to build these systems, your referral program, referral system is going to allow for you to be able to stop feeling like you're starting from zero every month. You have warm leads that are coming in that are replacing that cold outreach. That growth becomes a lot more predictable. It's not actually accidental. You're able to actually have a recurring amount of people actually making introductions on a regular basis. And these best clients are coming from your best people that you already have, whether it be a referral partner or a past client. The referral program fills your pipeline, but if every new client is a one-off project, you're still starting from zero every single month. So I want you to watch this next video on why your creative agency is always one project away from failing and how you can fix it. I'll see you there.